What's up? Can you guys hear me? Coin, sounds of a lighter. What's up? All right, so we have this video. I want to do this video today where I explain the basics of cryptocurrency because I keep feeling like I'm doing this with all my friends. I'm like explaining the basics of cryptocurrency. So here's me. I'm Batman. Hello, I'm Batman. So I decided to go get some action figures to help us go through this. Got some action figures. I gotta open all these action figures really quick. So I gotta open all these action figures I got. And then we're going to do a crypto. I don't even know if we're going to use this one. I don't even know. I don't even know why I got this one. Oh, shit. This is hilarious. This is hilarious. All right, so I got to open all these really quick. What's up, Jalen? Hey, man, I appreciate you guys. What's up? Thanks for showing up. Yeah, I miss you guys, too. Whoa, 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 whoa. What's up? But yeah, I'm live streaming right now. We're doing this. I got to open all these up. I'm going to take these off the table. We're doing the basics of cryptocurrencies. So why does cryptocurrency function? Why does it work? Why do we want it? What's it useful for? How's it different from a private database? Don't mind me if all these rapping noises. Just getting our action figures out. What's up, Jake? Oh, man, I got this sweet action. I don't even know who this is. Who is this? She's got swords, though. What's her name? Sugita Sasuma. Sugita Sasuma is this girl, I think. Does she have two swords? She's a finger. She has two swords, but she can only hold one sword? What kind of craziness is this? What is this? Out of the package! I'm going to give her the big sword. What do you guys think? She has two swords. I'm going to give her the big one. She can only hold one sword at a time. Yeah, the action figures devalued for sure. They're open. All right, so here's our one action figure out, ready to go. Are they standing? What do you think? Are they standing? They look better laying down. There we go. All right, that one's good. What is that? I don't know. Obviously one of the most important action figures. Gotta get me. I gotta get me out here as fast as possible. There's me, Batman. Woo! I have swords too. Do I need swords? Fuck yeah, I need swords. Why wouldn't I want a sword? All right, here we go. I got swords here for Batman. What's up, Mr. Pace? How are you, dude? Long time no see, bro. All right, we got Batman's sword. This will be an epic battle for sure, bro. All right, Batman's got swords. He's got a helmet too. I don't know if he needs his helmet or what. Get out of here, plant. Get out of here. Batman's got a helmet. Probably better if it goes on forward. All right. There's me. Batman. I'm Batman. All right, there's me. I'm on the board. I'm on the board. He's on the board. All right, we need another guy. We need a couple more guys. We got... Oh, shit, yeah. This guy came with a diamond. We got the bank, right? I didn't get Chuck Norris. I didn't find any Chuck Norris action figures. Got some diamond. We got diamonds out here. We got quarters. I feel like I should open this one too. I have no idea what I'm going to use this one for. What is this? Can't even open this one. All right. That guy's broke. And that one's all right. Cool. Here we go. All right, what are we doing again? Why did I have action figures? What are we out here doing? Okay, here's the thing. Let's take all these guys away. All right, so we're hanging out. Me and my friend are hanging out. I'm Batman. I'm Batman. And I'm like, yo, bro, I'm gonna throw you this coin, the coinage. I'm throwing you coinage. This is crypto explained like I'm 5. Here's my friend. She lives in Japan. What's up, Jalen? What's up, Jalen? Thank you so much for the super chat, dude. I appreciate it. What's up? Thank you. All right, so here's the dealio. This is what's happening. And I explained this to my friend literally just like this earlier today. She was asking about it. So I'm Batman. Here's me. I want to send this quarter to my friend. She's in India. She's hanging out. Yeah, or Japan. I don't know where she is. She's somewhere else. She's on the other side of the world. So most of the time, you and I can use Venmo. So like I can probably send Venmo. A lot of us can use Venmo. So we send money with Venmo over to our buddy, right? Who's in control of Venmo? This guy. The banks, the duck, this guy. This is Venmo. He's like the bank and and all the things. He's basically a representation of the private database structure. So the internet and the way that Venmo and PayPal work, we're trusting Donald Duck's evil cousin here he looks greedy as fuck, doesn't he? He looks greedy. We're trusting him to verify the transactions. So we're trusting him to verify I had 25 cents, and we're trusting that he verified that she got the 25 cents, that he took it from me, I didn't duplicate it. So we're trusting, what's up, Miyagi? We're trusting Donald Duck here, his evil cousin, with this verification process. So this verification prevents what we call a double spend. So I'm not sending money twice. Like we're just sending the money, it's verified, check, right? So we have this guy, the bank, Venmo, private database structure, verifying everything. He's what we call a single point of failure. So right now, this guy is our single point of failure. We trust him too much. This is why cryptocurrencies are important, because we're developing a trustless system. So instead of trusting this one guy, he's like, yo, I'm trustworthy, I promise, it's fine, don't worry, I'm not going to do anything with your money. Instead of that, we're like, yo, bro, I don't trust you at all. So what we do, instead of having a private database, this is basically, what up, dude? How's it going? XRP since birth, kindergarten, crypto, X-ray profits, how are you? Cheers. Yeah, so instead of us trusting Donald Duck's, evil cousin, we basically eliminate him from the process. And what we have instead is we'll just use, what are we using for the representation of a blockchain? I have no idea. Maybe this diamond? No, that's not a very good representation of a blockchain. Let's use this thing. This looks great. This looks great. This is a blockchain. Woo! All right, so instead of us trusting Venmo to verify transactions or a bank, we basically have this cryptographic structure. So cryptography at its root is the ability the diamond does look like the Ripple logo. I was going to use that later. So at the root of cryptography, we basically have a way to verify transactions. I can send this quarter to my buddy on the other side of the world without one person being able to verify or validate transactions. I don't have to trust Donald Duck over here and his evil banking system. I don't have to trust Venmo. Even if I do trust Venmo, I don't have to, because the verification process is done through this algorithmical process of computers. So a big network of decentralized computers are verifying transactions. This is the root of cryptography, goes back to the beginning of the modern banking system. The beginning of the modern banking system, we use cryptography for people to be able to store value when they traverse long, dangerous roads. You would maybe hand over your quarters to some Knights of Templar. He'd give you a coded message. In the next city, you could pick up your funds. You could pick up your money. This became the modern banking system in a sense, but the problem is that modern banking systems right now rely on all these individual Donald Ducks. So there's not just one Donald Duck out here. There's like 100 Donald Ducks, and none of them trust each other. They're all just hanging out, like trying to get their hands on control of money. So they're basically, these are the single point of failures of the system. And what's really interesting is like this guy, it doesn't bother us that much. Like you and I have access to Venmo, so it's not that big a deal that we are trusting him, because they do a pretty good job for the most part for us to use Venmo as a free service. But for other people that don't have maybe the same access to Venmo or PayPal, the barrier of entry for them to have these exchange of value systems is very, very unlikely, because they don't have enough people basically giving them this trustless system network. So, well, let's go back. Let's go forward, actually. So another one of the things that my friend asked about is like, what about data? So data is another interesting thing. Like right now, we're using the internet to exchange information. So we're sending information like this emoji back and forth on the internet. And the internet, we are trusting also we're trusting private databases to control the information and to allow us to have access to their servers or to whatever websites, etc., and apps. So another thing that blockchain does, and the cryptographic nature of blockchain allows us to, at the root, have an exchange of information without a single point of failure still. So not only at a financial level for currency is it interesting to think about the value exchange that's no longer controlled by a single point of authority. The open decentralized network allows the verification process to happen without someone controlling it, or without one person being able to verify and touch it. And this is the same for information. So like if I wanted to control my data right now, I don't have that ability. Facebook, if I want to be on Facebook, Facebook has control of my data. This is Facebook. I want to send a message to my friend through Facebook. You know, Facebook's going to see all the data, all the messages. They're like, yeah, I can see all your data, bro. I see you're hearting this. This is the data, this little emoji guy. So Facebook is Donald Duck. Just like the bank, Facebook's controlling the information to allow it back and forth. If you were to build applications on top of blockchain networks, like something similar to the way we can exchange value, like a currency, without a single point of failure or without a authoritarian like control, that's the same way we can exchange information. So we can actually exchange information the same way without having to rely on a trusted party to verify the information and provide that network. So this is really interesting. The very basic structure of like what happens with cryptography is that we are no longer relying on these conglomerate structures that control information and control how we have access to our dollars and how we verify dollars. So we're basically taking the control away from these centralized authorities. Now, interestingly enough, there's plenty of reasons like the basics of cryptography are beneficial right now in an interesting way, demonstrated through primarily the exchange of value for currency. And what's happening too is that a lot of people, maybe a lot of you guys are XRP fam, or maybe some of you guys are just basically into Bitcoin. Maybe you're one of your first cryptos that you're interested in. What's interesting right now is the general conversation about cryptography is that it's only going to be used for this one thing, for value exchange of Bitcoin or for settlement of funds. But people talk about blockchain being the root and the foundation of the new internet, the ability for us to have information exchange and validation processes and double spend prevention without trusting a single party. Now, what's really interesting too is as we head this direction, I know people are speculating about the price of the coins going up, and I know I saw some people recently doing some charting, talking about BTC's on a run, Bitcoin's up, and XRP's not doing anything, and et cetera, et cetera. If you think about these cryptocurrencies like the way you look at a stock, like if you're gonna look at a stock for a company that you want to invest in, usually you want to make sure that the company is profitable or that it actually functions in some way. So Bitcoin, interestingly enough, there's no one that really is explaining how much Bitcoin has problems that need to be solved. Like no one's really talking about and addressing how unlikely it is for Bitcoin to have the same type of movement and bull run and catalysts to have any real price growth because of the failures of its efficiency, the failures of its transaction costs. So interestingly enough, as this originally was like a decentralized network, like this is me, Batman, sending money to my friend in Japan, and we used to think like Bitcoin's legit. All right, Bitcoin's great. I can send Bitcoin without any Donald Ducks. There's no Donald Ducks over here trying to control my money. We remove them. The decentralized network's working. We're having a good time, and we're sending money back and forth. All of a sudden, things get really political, and somehow inside all the politics of Bitcoin, centralized authorities show up. And these centralized authorities show up in the form of trying to create scalable lightning networks that they can control. So Bitcoin, all of a sudden, instead of actually moving forward with the consensus of the network to provide efficiency and utility of the network, they started to slow down because they became so centralized that they started to look at how to generate profit with transactions. They started to look at how to basically create another modern banking system inside Bitcoin. And that totally screwed them up. That messed them up because they lost the efficiency of their network, and mainly because they needed to feed Donald Duck. So Bitcoin, as much as, people are just being introduced to the conversation, like people who are coming to crypto now, they're either like they're told like Bitcoin is the only crypto and it failed, it's not working, or they believe Bitcoin's like the only thing that's gonna work. They're like, it's gonna work great, it's gonna run up. I can see it moving up now. Look at the charts. I can see the charts. They're so good. It's charted real high. The problem is that as soon as Bitcoin runs up in price, it highlights all the transaction fees and all the costs of that network and all the failures of the network start to become apparent. It's like Donald Duck just showed back up. It's like all of a sudden we just have the exact same problem before. Nothing's changed, nothing's solved, and we still have another centralized authority. Now, here's one of the things that's interesting about the conversation around XRP and the conversation around a lot of the other cryptos right now is information is power. Information is power. And if you were to like look at someone telling you about like the price of coins, I most likely, I'm going to go ahead and say there's two ways it can fall. Like they either, are a very self-interest. It's a very like self-fulfilling interest for them to say it's a high price, or they have a very disconnected interest because they don't have any. They're hoping it goes down. It's like going to be fucked because they're not in it. So when you look at the two basic the basic psychology of what we're going through right now, the conversation about XRP. I see people talking about XRP going down in price, and I saw some guy the other day was like, I sold all 40,000 of my XRP because I gave up. You know what? That's fine. I don't care what you guys really want to do. When you look at the network as far as efficiency, what it looks like it's doing and how it solves problems and how it allows people to exchange information, let's use this as the XRP network, the diamond, like you guys said earlier. It looks like their logo. The diamond showing up as far as like another version of the Bitcoin network, like a second tier or second generation cryptocurrency. I've heard someone the other day pull and find like somewhere where David Schwartz slipped up and said it said something about Satoshi's first attempt or first network, suggesting that David knows that Satoshi made another network and that possibly it is David that is Satoshi. And anyway, that's an interesting idea to talk about. But the like involvement of a necessity for a settlement layer that doesn't rely on a single point of failure is real, because we're starting to enter a place where geopolitical systems and like governance, they want to have an equal playing field and they don't trust each other. So just like banks don't trust each other, nation states don't trust each other. There's basically a lot of incentives for the reason for this network to have utility. And the problem is the conversation is still so old. People are talking about Bitcoin like it's going to do something, but Bitcoin's falling into the centralized authority and single point of failure problem. So what happens now is basically, even if the price of XRP goes down continuously, it's because the market's being manipulated, and people who basically have the control of the market to be able to manipulate it have the incentive to do that because it helps them gain better positions. What's going to happen is this network, the one that actually is efficient, the one that doesn't cost a bunch of money to use, the one that actually is decentralized and allows anyone to exchange value around the world and anyone to send information around the world for very, very little cost and very, very little energy. This is obviously going to be a dominant network. If you look at like a stock and you look at the company's trajectory from profit and earnings per share and all the different things, you would not bet on the company that is failing, that cannot deliver on its single primary utility. That's like the only thing it can do is deliver the settlement of funds, and Bitcoin itself cannot even do that effectively, especially as the price runs up. So you can see there's a lot of like confusion about what the psychology of Bitcoin. People are excited about it going up. People are thinking it's going to go up in price. There's a lot of movement right now on Bitcoin that people are like, oh, it's over. It's over. Bitcoin's going up. XRP's going down. The market's still completely like disconnected from any real metrics, from any real substantial movements paired to utility. So this is, again, very, very, very early on. There's nothing happening that would give you an indicator that Bitcoin has provided a solution to this problem that it had a year ago. It hasn't solved it yet. It cannot solve this problem until it does something along the lines of a big transition away from using these centralized authorities. There's nothing they can do. To continually use these old methods. It's just not going to work. So basics of cryptography, I don't know. I feel like I went maybe too far too fast. I was trying to explain this. I literally did this exact thing earlier with my friend. We were having lunch and I tried to explain the basics of cryptography. And they were talking about like, what about information? Like how could you control information with blockchain? And I was trying to go through the same idea of like no longer using a single point of failure, no longer using a single database to allow the verification of information. Blockchain provides that same idea. The same way that you prevent double spends is like the way you allow only these two parties to have access to information. So like allowing us to share information between each other and excluding this private database, excluding this centralized authority. It's a really interesting thing to think about, because right now there's a lot of incentive for information is power. Information is power. So if people start to really have access to openly share information directly, there's a huge tipping point for the arrival of a massive level of understanding for what people can share and what we can do as far as like the people's consensus. So general consensus from the people, like a new form of governance that allows us to have control over these single point of failure parties. That's all we're gonna do, folks. That's all we're gonna do. I don't know how many more videos I can make with these action figures, but I'm definitely gonna try to make like a bunch more videos with these action figures. Yo, what's up? So I basically just went live and took action figures out of these boxes, and we tried to talk about the basics of cryptography, talking about how crypto works without using a bunch of Donald Ducks. So here's me. I'm Batman. And there's this my friend. Whoop. There's my friend. Wants money in some other country. They're like, yo, bro, what up? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. And then I'm like, let's send you some money, yo. And then my friend's like, yo, bro, send it over. And then the problem is like right now, we trust this guy too much. We're like, yo, Donald Duck. Yo, did he send that money? Yo, Donald Duck, did he send the money? Donald! So instead of us having to trust Donald Duck's evil cousin, who's always obviously, up to no good. Single point of failure here. Thank you so much, Great Pate. I just saw that. Thank you so much for the 10 XRP, bro. So yeah, instead of us trusting Donald Duck, who's obviously, there's some reasons that Donald Duck wants to give us some free access to Venmo. They're probably using our data. What are they doing with our data? What are they doing with your data? What are they doing with your data? And so potentially there's like a lot of reasons that, corporations probably want to get their hands on the gateways for these systems. So like instead of yo, hey, what's up? So instead of them like allowing people to just have open access to these systems, they're probably going to be like, yo, like it's too confusing. It's too confusing for you to use these. Trust us. I'll use my app. Use the app that it only charges a little bit to use it because yo, what up? You saying you should use my app? I'm Batman. No, use my app. Okay. All right, this is gone. I don't know what happened in this video went downhill pretty fast. I feel like I have action figures and I know that you guys are watching. This is going to be dangerous. What is up? What's going on? We were doing basics of cryptography, but I really don't know how many more times around I can talk about that. We could do the history of cryptography. History of cryptography goes to Knights of Templar, modern banking system. Yo, Batman, you ever heard of the Knights of Templar? Nah, man, I don't believe in Knight. I'm the Dark Knight. No, I'm talking about the Knights of Templar, yo. They're like old school. They're old school cool. You guys know about Knights of Templar? You know what happened was? What had happened was they started a cult after they found the chalice of, what was that? Hey, Batman, what was that chalice that everybody was obsessed with forever? That one. Oh, the Holy Grail. Dude, it's the Holy Grail. I couldn't think of it. Hell yeah, it's totally the Holy Grail. All right, so the Knights of Templar found the Holy Grail or something, and they sold it for a bunch of money. That's the story, I think. They sold it for a bunch of money. Batman, is that what happened? No, I don't think that's not what happened, bro. All right, anyway, the Knights of Templar, they're really cool. They started, basically, the Knights of Templar did start the modern banking system because they had these, like, the arrival of cryptography being used in, dude, you're boring them. They do not care about the history of cryptography, dude. Okay, they care about me. I'm Batman. Hey, guys. What's up? Sorry, I was away. I'm Batman. Yeah. I'm Batman. Okay. I really went and got these auction figures. I went and got these action figures because I thought they would help me explain the basics of cryptography. But now I feel like I'm just like live streaming and playing with these action figures. So what are you guys doing? Yeah, it seems like it's been a minute. It's been like a whole month since I live streamed. You guys miss me? Yes, no, maybe. Cool, very cool. A little. What up? 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 Yeah. So I went and got these because I thought this would be fun to do, like the basics. No big deal. I found Batman. He wasn't too hard to find. Yeah, this girl, I don't even know what she's from. The Witch or something? She's like a witcher or something like that. Anyway, I don't even know what these characters are from. This one looks like it's from like a Melt the Duck. 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 If we can get 100 people in here, I'll melt the duck. I'm serious right now. I will do it. I will melt this duck. I need 100 people though. 100 people and we're melting ducks. 100 people and we're melting ducks. Ducks. Duck 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 ducks. Duck 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 ducks. Duck 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 ducks. Duck 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 ducks. Duck 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 duck. Duck 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 duck. Duck duck duck. We have 31 duck. Are you scared? Are you scared, duck? Are you scared? They're forming. They're coming for you, ducky ducky. Oh my God. That's so funny. I guess we're losing people. We lost 4 people. We're not getting to 100. Sorry, guys. Nobody wants to watch a duck melt. Okay? Is there a bug on my face? Oh my God, there's a bug on my face. Okay. I think that's better. Oh no, it's still on my face. All right, how about now? Oh, that's way better. Oh no, it's still on my head. Oh, it's still there. I can't do anything about it. It's on my face. Okay, so yeah, basics of cryptography. The video. I was gonna edit this down later into like a shorter video probably that doesn't have all the craziness in it. So this is a one-time deal. Like with you guys that got to stick through it. This is it. So yeah, basics of cryptography. How does it work? It's a basically a coded message. So yeah, it's a coded message. It's a coded message structure. So think about like if you were to build a coded message right now, especially back in the Knights of Templar days. Like if you're going back to the Knights of Templar days and you're like, whoa, who do we trust with our coded messages? We're trusting the Knights of Templar. So the Knights of Templar at that point were kind of like Donald Duck. We're trusting them with our coded messages. So we've arrived. It took the modern banking system. The modern banking system is like so old. It goes all the way back to like relying on these single point of failure trust systems. And that's a huge shift. So creating a trustless system for the first time ever, we take this guy and he's out. He's no longer part of the game. And that means that all these different people that can actually send value and information and Bitcoin and quarters and XRP, they can send them all to each other without relying on a single point of failure or a single database or a bank or a single currency to trust and validate and hold value. So there's a lot of reasons and incentives for this shift to happen eventually. It's something that's just a paradigm shift bound to happen. So Mr. Donald Duck here, as old as he and antiquated as he is into the system of storing value to verify transactions for preventing double spends and to provide the structure, literally the internet, like this structure and the foundation of the internet requires these huge conglomerates to hold these databases together. Now, blockchain entirely changes everything because we can now have these decentralized networks that offer the ability for us to have consensus and information exchange and verified transactions, prevent double spends, all without having to trust any single point of failure. Now, if you want to look at this as a general overview for all of crypto, you're going to look at and highlight what solves this problem efficiently. So if you're looking at something and you're thinking what's going to be useful in the future, you're not looking at what price it is right now. You're not looking at what way it's headed in price. You're not looking at exactly what the market's doing right now as far as momentum and movement. You're looking at what actually provides this function to the network. What actually provides this function to the network, and which one does it efficiently and which one does it without a single point of failure and a bunch of expensive costs. So as much as the information around crypto is so new and so antiquatedly kind of like pinned to Bitcoin and other proof of work algorithms, I'm gonna make a video. You guys are forewarned. I'm making a video. It's coming out soon, a new XRP video. First XRP video in a long time. And take that, duck. First XRP video in a long time is coming out. It's gonna be, I'm gonna shout out Zev and his son, and I'm gonna literally talk about XRP, how it's one of the best networks to provide consensus and efficiency and settlement. But the video is gonna be called the biggest pump and dump scam in history. Just because that's what I keep seeing all these people put up videos about, or I keep seeing all these people put up tweets about it. So I'm gonna do a video just like that. So we'll break it down. We'll do that. I just found these today, and I just wanted to do this video. It had been a long time since I did a live stream, and I thought it'd be fun to do this video live with you guys instead of me just recording it and doing this by myself. So I'm gonna edit this up, and I'll put it on the channel later. So yeah, we did. Oh, what's up, Mr. Sid Vicious? We were just doing a fun video where I used action figures to talk about the basics of cryptography, and it was a live stream that we just kind of played with, and I'm gonna edit it later, and we'll be back. We were waiting to see if 100 people showed up so we could melt the duck, but the duck bounced. Where'd he go? He jumped off the cliff. He's over there. And so yeah, thanks a bunch, guys. It's me, Batman. I'm Batman. Good to see you guys. Thanks for showing up for the stream. Let me just go ahead and get a little personal. Oh, hey, what's up? It's me, Batman. How are you guys? Good to see you. I know it's been a minute. We did a little live stream, and we were here just like doing some basics for you guys. Now we're gonna edit, and we'll put it up later. And we'll have a bunch more videos coming up soon. I have some other videos, like some vlogs, and I have another video about stock option trading coming up too. Yo, 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 what up? Cheers. Thanks a bunch. You're beautiful, people. You're beautiful. I'm Batman. Have a great day. Cheers. Till I see you